Recently, LeBron James just made history, scoring 40,000 points in his NBA regular season career, becoming the first ever to do so, alongside his 8,000 postseason points, I might add. This is a remarkable accomplishment, which begs the question, can anyone catch King James, or shall he sit on his throne alone for eternity? Glazing aside, we have to discuss first how LeBron James even got here. Before we get into this video though, I just want to say thanks so much for the support on yesterday's video, guys. For such a short video, I appreciate, almost 2,000 views on that video. You guys are seriously remarkable. A lot of new faces. If you are one of those new faces, please be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button, as we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers, and we are uploading every single day for the month of March. While I am not a NCAA or college basketball channel, it's strictly NBA as of right now, I still do celebrate March Madness. It's kind of my take on it. Let's jump right into this video. Drafted 21 years ago, LeBron James came into the NBA scoring just shy of 1,700 points in his first NBA season. The season in which he scored the most points was 2005, where he nearly charted 2,500 points. He's been very consistent throughout his career and remained very, very healthy throughout his career. And this is a big reason in which LeBron James has been able to chart 40,000 points. And that obviously goes along with the fact that he's played 21 years. Now, I hear a lot of people tossing around the term, Michael Jordan would have 40,000. He played 21 seasons. Other various NBA greats would have 40,000 if they played 21 seasons and stayed healthy. That's a testament to LeBron James and his, greatness and longevity and legacy. Now, I do think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, but I can respect greatness where it's due. I do on this channel. If you guys are long-term viewers, I throw a lot of chops and a lot of shade at LeBron. But that doesn't mean I don't respect him as a player, as one of the founding fathers for basketball, if you want to say, or one of the people on the Mount Rushmore of the NBA, someone who's changed the game. I definitely can, put my bias aside and say, hey, I respect LeBron. I think he's the second or third greatest NBA player of all time. So with all that being said, this video is really just about the people who I think have the best chance, arguably, at catching LeBron James. And I want to make it known that Luka Doncic is not on this list, but I don't doubt that he has the potential or possibilities to do so. I just don't think he has the drive or the will or really the want to do so, if that makes sense, guys. I cannot see Luka Doncic wanting to strap in and play for another 20 seasons. It seems like Luka wants to win an NBA championship and then ride into the sunset on a horse with Nikola Jokic. The first guy I got to talk about is Victor Wembanyama. Now, obviously, there's health concerns. There's no way of knowing if the 7'4", or I guess you'd say, there's no way to tell if he's going to stay healthy. Obviously, his height and his frame poses dramatic concern for injury. This season, he's on par, or I guess you'd say en route or on track to eclipse 1,500 points, but can he get 1,500 points for 20 plus seasons? That I do not know. And then obviously he'd have to score more than 1,500 points in some of the other ones to catch LeBron James. But again, the injury concern is really hard for me. The other thing too is he's on this minute restriction in his rookie season. I don't know how long that's going to stay, but it's definitely one of these things where if Victor can start strapping it up and letting it fly from three-point land, and he's shooting 40% from the three, he has a great advantage for catching up or catching near the 40. You don't have to eclipse what LeBron's made, but just get the videos about scoring 40,000 points. The NBA is moving in such a direction where the three-point basket, it's just so much more relevant compared to when LeBron James came into the league. The 30th ranked three-point team in the NBA is #1 in 2003, which leads me to the next guy on this list, kind of a sleeper pick, Trey Young. At just 25 years old, Trey Young has already had a 2,000-point season. He led the league in total points in 2021, and he's definitely not shy about getting shots up. And I think for the entirety of his career, he'll be the #1 option, just like LeBron James. I can't see, Trey Young slowing down from a scoring standpoint. He's ripping off 20-point per game seasons like left and right. And not only is Trey Young's shot past 25 feet very deadly, but unlike LeBron James, Trey Young is a free throw merchant. He is a free throw magnet. He does an amazing job getting to the free throw line. He's actually 23rd all time in free throw attempts per game However, just like with Victor Wembanyama, Trey Young definitely has his, restraints or his difficulties. I don't think injury is going to be a big concern for Trey Young. However, I do believe concern, at least in my mind, is just him being an undersized basketball player. I mean, he's 6'1" on his best day. And I don't know if his body can take the bruising. Now, obviously, as I mentioned prior, he has more of a free throw reliant, 3-point reliant game. But I don't know. Trey Young is definitely my sleeper pick of this video. I have 2 more guys that I want to talk about before we wrap this thing up. Anthony Edwards is the next guy on my list. Anthony Edwards really is doing a great job thus far in his career. When he was 19 years old, he averaged, 19 points a game. And then now he's averaging 26 points a game just 3 years later. His ceiling is just remarkably high. In the postseason, Anthony Edwards averages 28 points a game. And in the regular season, it makes you wonder, could he reach that 30-point per game mark in the near future if he's averaging 28 in the postseason, 26 in the regular season this season? His potential is definitely there. His 3-point shot looks remarkable most nights. Anthony Edwards, his career high for total minutes in a season is 2,842. LeBron James did that 11 times. Anthony Edwards' career high for points in a season is 1,946. LeBron also did that 11 times. To say Anthony Edwards can go out there and score 40,000 points in his NBA career, it's definitely obviously a little bit bold. But this entire video is bold, guys. The last guy I want to talk about really quickly, Jason Tatum. The thing with Tatum is he got off to such a slow start. In his first 2 seasons combined, Jason Tatum, he had less than 2,400 points. In LeBron's second season, he had 2,200 points. So it's interesting. Tatum's on pace with his 3rd straight season of 2,000 plus points. Tatum will be around 30,000 points in the middle of his 30s. So it really just depends on how late he wants to play. If he can get to 41 or 42 and keep this up, it reads ridiculousness. It sounds crazy to say that Jason Tatum can average 2,000 points a season at 37, 38 years old. But if he can, Tatum is another really big sleeper for this list. But what do you guys think? Is anyone going to catch King James? Let me know in the comments below. I know this video was all fucking over the place. I apologize for swearing. I apologize for the fact that it's all over the place. It's just another late video. Tomorrow, finally, I'm off work, so I'll be able to get a more cordial, more well-edited video out. If you made it this far, I appreciate your support as always. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.